Once again, my name is Jimmy Fair, and this is another episode of Talking to Myself. And real quick, I want to do a quick video about what motivates you, what inspires you. Because when times, if times get hard, or if they don't get hard, and you have a great life, and you've been given the world, and you don't have to really worry about, where your next meal coming from, the clothes on your back, the car you drive. You still need to be motivated. You still need to have goals and have things that you want to accomplish in life. And that being said, what gets you up in the morning? What sustains you throughout your day? If you're religious, a person of faith, as I am, people will say Christ, Muhammad, or whatever. Yes, as a person of faith, and me personally as a Christian, I know this goes against what some people would call, faith and whatnot. But my motivation is not necessarily the cross. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, my motivation is not the fact that Jesus Christ walked on earth 2,000 years ago. That's awesome. And when you are a person of faith, new or old, truth indeed, that is supposed to be your core, your center, your bottom, your foundation. And in many regards, that's mine too. However, it does not wake me up in the morning. God wakes me up in the morning, but what I mean is that doesn't kickstart my engine to make me want to just take over the world. I'm sorry, nothing against people who feel that. I'm sorry, that don't do it for me. What does it for me is my kids. What does it for me is the fact that in 1960, my grandfather got up, went to work, and never came home. My grandfather never saw his children graduate from high school. My grandfather never saw his sons become men or his daughters become women. My grandfather never saw a man go to the moon. My grandfather never saw color TV, never saw cable, never saw satellites. My grandfather never got the opportunity to become an old man, and he never got the opportunity to hold his grandchildren. This past weekend I went to visit my parents, and the pride that my father has in holding his grandson and seeing his granddaughter. My grandfather never got that chance. So I know I gotta get up every morning with a point, with a purpose. I know I gotta get up every morning with a push toward something greater than just I watched football last night, or I drunk this liquor, or I did this. I know I gotta get up with a point and a purpose and a reason. Because my grandfather never got the opportunity. So I'm here for a reason. And if you're not here for a reason, then you're wasting the precious time you have. So what motivates you? What wakes you up in the morning? What gets you out of bed? What prize do you have? What? Everybody's living for the now, but nobody's living for the generations that come after. What is it? Who is it that you want to be? What life do you want to have? The one thing I love about Napoleon and the Napoleonic era, in that particular time, was that there was a time that men were obsessed with glory, of having their names, their monuments, to live for centuries. During the time of empire, and I ain't talking about the little sorry TV show, nothing against the people who come up with empire, do their thing, but I'm not talking about some make-believe crap about music. I'm talking about the time of empire, the time of kings, where men ruled and they conquest, they slaughtered and laid waste to civilizations. They erased people from the planet. The time of power, when you had to stand on your own too. You had to be smart and brilliant. And they had to be motivated by something other than just the moment. You see, pyramids are standing because there were pharaohs who looked at themselves as gods, who said, I will not allow another man to outdo me. I will not allow another man to outwork me. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to build mine bigger. So, you're caught up in the puny existence of who has the best charger, or who have the better Nikes, or who got the better, clothes, or who the best DJ or the best rapper, when you are caught up in the minute details of the very foundation of what nothing is. Your monument will be forgotten just as quick as it was built. I'm trying to be a monument that lasts forever. I'm trying to leave a legacy that exists thousands of years after I've gone. One of the greatest scenes in history. And like I said, I keep saying I'm a big Napoleon fan. And when Napoleon is about to be crowned Emperor, Caesar, or whatever you want to call it, the Pope, who is God's man on earth, picks up the crown and turns and begins to hold it over the head of Napoleon. And Napoleon, I'm assuming in his mind, says, if I allow this man to crown me, then I will always have to answer to the Pope. Napoleon reaches up, grabs the crown with his own two hands, and crowns himself. There's no man alive that is worthy enough to crown the king. Oh, what? Oh. I'm sorry. That was for me. May not be for you. If you get it, cool. If you don't, all right. But there's no man alive that's powerful enough to crown a king or emperor. No man. And I'm sorry. There should never be a person on this planet that has the power to crown you greatness. No man should ever outwork you. No man should ever out-hustle you. No man. You take your place and you take it with power. So what motivates you? Once again, my name is Jimmy Fair, and I am Johnny James' grandson. And this has been another episode of Talking to Myself. Deuces.
You go. You go. You go. It's my time. Yeah, it's my time. It's my time. Woo! They say success on the come on, what they do, they try to knock your shine. I can do anything I put my mind to. Oh, you don't like that life? Pressure to me ain't nothing, not gonna hold my own weight. Go tell him it's my time. Yeah, tell him it's my time. Tell him it's my time. Go tell him it's my time. I do clockwork on these suckers, man. I came, I saw, I conquered every show, always, understand? Open that, checking that count for the first time, running through these checks. I'm the running man. Dro said, you the man.